Let's see if you sound like a robot again.
Hopefully, all of this has worked out.
You sound normal. I will. I will say that.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
You sound normal to me.
Currently waiting for my stream to pull up, and then we should be good.
The game is waiting on you. Stop saying please wait. I'll do something, game. I promise you I'll do something if you stop saying please wait. Other players taking their turns. What? Who's taking their turn? It's only me and Eve. Oh, so it's going to take a few minutes. Are you still loading in?
Yeah, I'm still loading in.
Ah, so the game's like, oh, so they're still loading in, so we can't let you take your turn because
Yeah, that's
reasons.
basically what's going on.
Yeah, it's like yelling at me, please wait. Players are still taking their turn. I'm like, I mean, probably, but I still want to do stuff. So yeah, I would definitely recommend, not doing that. But yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm just rambling now. But yeah, in this game, I really like doing science. Oop, there you go, Eve. Eve.
Yep,
Every time I
fine
read
choice.
your the last name, I always think of Akihiko Sadanada or Sadanada Senpai from Persona 3. And I get his theme stuck in my head. Like the boxy little bouncy theme that he does. You're like, oh yeah, let's go. Ha 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 ha. It's just like
You know what
actually
thing?
he does uh
It's saying I'm waiting for someone to take the turn while also it being my turn simultaneously.
you are body again. I don't know why. Maybe it's because while the game's loading, it's Robody.
No, no, I don't think that's it.
You're normal now,
Okay, fair enough. I do
and
not
you're
know.
Robody now.
It's Civ 6 causing it. I have no idea why.
I mean, how much data is sitting? Did I mess something up? I probably messed up the settings. 1 second. Options. Enabled, 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 enabled. Temperature all saves. Keep number keep.
Hold on, let me try something. Okay, do I go back to being robotic with this?
Yes, you sound very robotic.
Okay, yeah, it is Civ 6. I have no idea why. I know why.
Do you have the graphics all the way maxed out?
No, I don't.
The memory all the way maxed out?
Nope. It's just very CPU intensive.
Err. And you wanted to host.
I'm busy. I'm typically a better host.
Would it be better to host? I mean, we can scrap
No,
this one.
no, I wouldn't be for this.
Err.
Let's
Why
try
did I sound like a drunk Stitch there? Err. That was Yoda. No, I think Yoda would be. I don't think that was Yoda. What was that? You know what? Ooh, I can skip the intro video. Yay. So, would it be better to, like, when it's
I'm going
between
to try
turns?
one more thing.
Well, it's still not letting me do anything. I think the game first. Like, oh, we're waiting on you. I mean, I would love to do that for you, game. That's a problem.
Hmm.
Well, you lost your turn.
That's fine. It's still very early game.
I hmm. I hmm. That's fair. So what are you gonna do? Well,
I was not anticipating having this many issues with Civ of all games.
Well, it is this. Well, it is running millions of calculations, like on like everything. So I understand it, but like, it's weird that you're not the host and it's doing all these
Yeah.
calculations. You would think
Yeah.
it'd be my CPU who's just going, all right, time to go. Brrr.
I don't know why it's doing this. It's weird. Alright, I'm also getting my audio back. So, 1 second.
Yeah, you sound perfectly fine now. Perfectly.
There's one thing I think might affect it. So, we're going to try that.
Oh, what is that? They'll keep us in suspense.
I'm going to have to restart the game once that's done.
Well,
And that's make it full screen, non-borderless.
you haven't.
I prefer having games in borderless mode because it makes it easier to alt-tab.
Right. And I understand that, but like, I mean, yeah, that's fair. I feel my policy slot. Yeah.
I know that it generally reduces the... That's window, that's not the correct thing. Give me full screen.
Can you say something again? I think you broke up again. Like, I
Don't
mean,
know what's going on here.
I, I don't know either. But I'm also not seeing what you're seeing. Ow. That hurt. I popped my neck and it was like a weird pop. Builder. Oh, I forgot. We also have these upgrades that helps loyalty. So yeah, loyalty is kind of tricky because it's kind of useless until like somebody builds right next to you. Then you're like, you son of a bitch. So yeah, if you haven't played Civ before,
Okay, now to see if that answered the big questions here.
I'm going to send you the invite again.
I'm
Never
connecting.
mind.
You don't need to.
Okay, so you're fine now. I think you should keep talking though, Eve, so that we can see if.
No, you're not wrong. Okay, let's.
So how was your day? What did you do? Well, you're connected. Admit. Okay, and you're in. You
I
finished
slept
showing the game.
after making bread.
Like you baked your own bread?
Yes, I made bread. After that, I went to bed.
Are you in?
We'll see here in a second. My stream apparently is not receiving enough maintain smooth streaming, so we'll see if that continues.
I need to be right back.
Anyway, y'all. But yeah, no, I'm sorry for all of the chaos with the stream today. It was not what we were hoping for, but it's only the second stream, so things are to be expected. Growth will occur. We'll learn. hopefully I'll probably end up upgrading my CPU before not before the next stream. We have two streams coming up before
Well,
some stuff will come in, so hopefully that will help.
ooh, I don't think Civ is our answer today. You are breaking up bad. I think we have to play a different game because it is bad. So, PowerWash Simulator time. All right, chat. We're gonna go to PowerWash Simulator. That thing will let Eve play. So I'll need 1 second to get that set up. You okay with that, Eve? Eve? Eve?
Yes, I'm
Yeah, we'll just do PowerWash Simulator. Easy enough. Let me fix the stream information real fast. Would you actually believe that we tested everything and it was fine normally, but apparently the thing can't handle streaming and all that. So
to be fair, we did not stream any video. And we definitely did not test Civ.
well, no, we play Civ all the time, so we both figured it'd be fine. We didn't think about how resource intensive Civ would be. Done. Okay. Yeah, all right. PowerWash Simulator is launching. Come on, PowerWash Simulator. Time to wash the grime away and be a good cat. I lost what I was doing. Oh, PowerWash Simulator opened. There it is. And Power Simulator. There it goes. Took a second for it to load. Okay, career mode. Continue. Clean the mayor's mansion. I gotta wait till we're in to do the thing. Don't forget to come out of the building. I mean, I use this background, so I might as well make a reference to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so confirm. Invite friend. Da-da-da. Bip. Friends.
You know, I don't understand why YouTube is saying they have such poor bitrate from me. According to OBS, I'm sending a solid 5,000 kilobits per second.
Who knows?
I have no idea. Let me check one last thing before I really get going into game.
Okay, well, I'll keep talking.
Yep.
I mean, I'm good at that. Might not make sense. So yeah, Power Simulator. I get to clean the mayor's house. It looks like somebody took a paintball and shot it up. So, you know, I'm I I've read that there's no music in this game, which makes it relaxing, but it does make it a little off.
Wait,
Is
I
there
thought
no?
there was music in PowerWash.
I thought there was too. Do I have it turned off? Water volume. I'll turn UI ambience. I'm turning it all the way up. I don't hear any music. Oh, it's because the water's so loud. I never realized that before. Options. Water volume. Water this. Water this. It's nice, relaxing music, and the water's just relaxing.
Mhm.
Ooh. Okay. Yep, it looks like we're cleaning out graffiti of like people in the city saying that they dislike the mayor. Like, see, we have crook over here, which I mean, if you're a politician and you're not a crook, I mean, I think you're in the wrong job.
But could you stay, please?
Bud, we have a friend over here. Let's see, new friend. Hi. Hi.
What?
You know what? I'm not going to say anything about that one. That one was funny. You were so confused. Eve, you might want to.
What's up?
I need you to be. You didn't share your thingy thing.
Didn't share my what?
You're not here.
Zero. It's literally the same code.
It said no.
It said okay. 1 second. Okay. Let's try this one then.
Oh, there you go. You're back. Don't know why I
Okay.
said no.
Okay.
It just randomly. Yours like.
You know what?
Oh,
Let's
I'm
not
here.
complain about it. That's how technology gets angry at you.
I mean, technology loves me. But yeah, no. You know, when I was younger, I always wondered like, what was the point of graffitiing? But as I'm older, and I've seen some of the reasons why people graffiti, I go, I kind of get it now.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
plus, especially with some of the more brutalist architecture from like the 90s onward, yeah, it really livens up a lot of areas.
I mean, I saw one bridge. Okay, so the ones on the bridges are the ones that are most impressive to me because, like, I'm scared of heights.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like you look up there and go, huh, if I were to get up there, and me being as clumsy as I am, I'd fall. Right, I'd be dead. Well, no, because according to you, my luck is that I'd land onto a flatbed truck full of mattresses and bounce off and land on my feet.
That is your luck, to be fair. You can't argue it, Zero.
You know what's bad though is because I'm a Nico and I have black hair. Would I technically be a black? You know what? Not gonna go there. Not gonna ask that question now. Are you shooting me? I didn't mean it like that.
I know you didn't, but still.
At least I caught it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Normally I don't catch them. I'll just be like, what? Oh, did I do an accidental racism again? I'm sorry. What? Listen, sometimes you say something you don't realize it's bad until somebody looks at you and go, you know that's Nomeo. How do I get to Nomeo? Let me get to Nomeo. Seriously, how do I get to Nomeo? That beef with that. Nope. How do I get to Nomeo?
I don't
When I get to
know how
Nomeo.
you did that.
Well, I see Nomeo back here in the corner. And, you know, mortal enemy and everything, so I had to get to him. I got him! Alright, Nomeo, you can stay right
Okay, Zero,
here.
you're going to have to buy the extra long extension for this, by the way.
I didn't buy it? I thought I did.
You bought the long extension, not the extra long.
I thought size didn't matter. We get bonked. Well, good news, bad news time.
You can't afford it, can you?
Money isn't everything, Eve. Look, we'll get back there last. We can just go down to the lower ones. Or I'll get them right now. You know, let's see, the Urban 20XCX with the... Wait, I don't even have the long extension for that. Prima Vista? Wait, does only this one have the extra long one? Did I not buy it for any of them? Wait. Buy. Equipment. Extra long. No, it says I had the extra long. Because it says own. Prima Vista extra long. Owned. Owned. Yeah, I have.
No, you have the long extension. It says the extra long extension is available in shop.
Ah, I'll just use this one. Old time. Eh. You know, the mayor's kind of a butt. Oh, I want you to clean my house, but I'm not going to open the gate. Got it. Like he's just like, oh, I want you to clean my house, but you can't get to where make the job easier. No wonder. Like, I don't blame these people for tagging his house. Like,
Listen,
you know what?
he has a mayoral monster truck, if memory serves me.
Right, but like, we're trying to clean his house. Why make us use the long extension instead of, get up there, make the house cleaner? Like, this guy, you know what? I don't blame everybody for tagging him.
Can we just cancel the job?
Nomio, you have a good friend. He is as dirty as you.
Okay, where is the gnome? Okay, you stole Nomio.
Stole Nomio. He's out in the road. My mortal enemy.
Okay, 1 second.
What are you doing with Nomio? What? You...
What?
Why?
Because it's the closest thing to being behind Bars Hill C.
That's why I told him he was safe playing in the middle of the road. If he plays in the middle of the road, the bars don't matter. Alright, it seems like we might need to do a side mission.
Listen, we do earn money a little bit through cleaning, so...
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to get $1,000, and the only long extension I have...
Look-see.
Yeah, we'll only get a total of $175. Man, and the mayor's also a cheapskate. Not only is he not going to open the gates for we to go in...
Also, it's clear we're using our own water.
Right, like, he's such a cheapskate. Like, you know what, Nomio? The mayor is the perfect friend for a trader like you. Well, let's put you down right here in the curve so people can't see you before it's too late. Alright, we're going to have to come back here.
No, we're going to have to come back here when we have a little bit more.
Let's see, bonus job. Clean the paintball arena.
Okay, that just sounds fun, though.
I mean, okay. My question is, why clean a paintball arena? That's like, okay. Sometimes
this game makes you question why.
Yeah, it's like, oh, why am I cleaning a paintball arena? Eve?
Yeah.
Did it kick you?
It kicked me.
Weird. 1 second. Let me friends. Eve. I can't invite you.
Yeah, and I couldn't join you.
Oh, co-op got turned off because of it.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, whenever you go to a new... Yep. Oh, never mind. That's me. Invite to play. But yeah, no. I'm not a sentimental person. I think it'd be further from truth, but it's still getting sad to see all these amazing memories washed away. Why watch them up? Why complain to me about that of the thing you hired me to do?
Probably because they're about to sell it.
Yeah, sure, Dan Van Beethoven. How did I mess up that name? Okay. Old West paintball. Wait, are we cleaning the outside?
We're cleaning the outside and the inside, I believe. Oh no, we're just cleaning the inside then.
No, we're cleaning the outside because unless somebody has like the sign on the both sides, but then
Yes,
why?
there is usually signs on both sides for stuff like this.
I need to get out more. Wait, why did I
Listen.
start over there and then
Listen,
not finish
the
over
fact that a shouldn't meet effectively knows more about the outdoor world than you is a little concerning.
Listen, I never went paintballing. I didn't like when I was a kid. My brother and his friends paintballed. I got shot once and I cried. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do that again. As a teenager, I was just like, I don't see a point in doing it. And then I joined the army, so I didn't do it. Well, I did kind of do paintballing then.
Simunitions.
Yeah, simulations, and
Yeah.
it was the privates against the drill sergeant, and one
How
guy.
badly did?
I was fine. I got lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I got lucky. I didn't get hit once, but they ended the simulation. One guy. Oh man. Let's just say this. Skittles has less color than that guy had. Each drill sergeant had their specific color so they could see who they got hit by.
Yeah.
And this poor guy got hit in the face by like 15 drill sergeants. It wasn't just the face, it was his whole body. It was almost like the movie where you see the guy run around the corner and go, oh no, It's just like I got to watch that because I was on the bleachers and I saw the drill sergeant come around the corner and him just come around the corner by himself. And it was just like like if I had a camera, you would think I staged it. It was so funny. I even saw the guy's face. It was oh no, I am dead. Like he had like a full face mask and glasses and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But that uniform he had on was ruined. He had to go get a new uniform and say it was damaged during training because it was during the Digicam period. There was no saving that uniform.
Yeah, no, understandable.
Like the village, quote unquote, that we were fighting in was just like the drill sergeants had all the advantage. One, they were way more trained than us and everything like that. Two, they cheated. They gave us the paintball guns that were like when you fired
Crappy
them.
and old.
No, they turned down our CO2, so like when you shot it, it'd be like, poof! Like I would have been better shooting the paintballs out of my mouth through a straw.
I see.
You know,
I see. You know what that
like,
reminds me of?
Nope.
The pepper ball gun.
The what?
The pepper ball gun. It's basically just a It's basically just a what's it called? It's basically just a paintball gun, but instead loaded with pepper balls.
Like the pepper we use in cooking and in cartoons,
No.
everybody goes at you.
No. Capsaicin balls, effectively, is what they more or less should be called. Like pepper spray kind of thing.
Right, the stuff you put in pepper spray.
Yes.
They have a torture version of it. They have a torture version of it, is what you're saying.
Quiet suppression. I never used it in practice, but I did get to watch it in practice.
You know what? I guess it's good that it's not meant to maim or permanently
Listen, I will
permanently.
say this. I would rather be tased 3 times than bloody pepper sprayed once.
You know what? The gas chamber. Oh, the gas chamber is awful. So you know what? I think I'd rather be tased than go to the gas chamber. Like it's nothing, but it also sucks. I don't know how to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
Like out of the two, like at least the taser, I get to do something funny, like.
Yeah, no. I will
But
say the thing that helped me most when it came to cleaning up, being certed in OC spray, was Dawn dish soap afterward, because at least the version that we used was a gel that was mostly oil based.
Oh, so it would just kind of like flow off in water because the water would get underneath it and act like a. Okay.
Well, if the water could get underneath it, it was on your
True.
skin, which
Yeah,
is
but your
also
skin.
oily.
Yeah, but your skin was also porous.
So it would stick there. Again, it was a gel.
Oh, I'm dumb.
No, you're fine. Again, this isn't an area that you particularly had knowledge in.
Yeah, but you know, I could probably remember that. You know, gel plus skin is
Never a fun time.
Yeah. What is there a way to get up on top? Because it says I didn't clean this. Rip. Boy, am I glad these characters can't break their ankles. I'm the guy who dies all the time in during oh, does this game have fall physics?
Listen, you've not done that since we became friends.
Because every game we play, I've played before beating you. I'm always that guy who jumps off the side of the building. Like, does there's fall damage? It's even worse whenever you go, is there fall damage? Is there fall damage? And you already know there's fall damage. Like, oh, hey, this game made by FirmSoft. Is there fall damage in FirmSoft games? I know it. I've played Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3. But you know the first thing I did in Elden Ring? Wonder if a fall would kill me. The answer is always yes. Like, you would think I would go, oh, hey, this game has fall damage. Let me make sure that there's fall damage in the game. No, I just go, and I'm going to jump. Might as well jump. What is that? I'm just trying to figure out that was supposed to be the sound of breaking bones, but it more sounded like...
It sounded concerning.
It sounded like I was trying to mimic like going through a tunnel on a cell phone.
Ooh.
Which, funny enough, I know what that sounds like, but there's only like one tunnel I've ever been through. Mostly because,
Listen, most of the tunnels I've been through are surprisingly not in very mountainous regions. They're just usually over/underpasses.
Right, it's always underpasses or thing. Like there's I've only been through one tunnel, and it was like literally while I was like going somewhere, I'm like, oh look, a tunnel, huh? And then I like thought about I've never been through a tunnel. I mean, I've been through that one, and but like they're so rare in our region. Like,
I mean, the thing is, it's more rare in our specific states.
Yeah.
Like Tennessee, I'm sure has most likely got multiple tunnels because it's a more mountainous region.
I have an aunt who lives there, and she says there's not very many tunnels.
Okay, fair enough.
But most of the time, because digging through a mountain is only worth it if it's a very long mountain or you can't get a straight or stuff like that. Mostly trains, I think, go through tunnels, but I mean, like tunnels that cars go through. I assume. I don't know. I'm not a tunnelologist. Tunnelologist. I also don't know if that's a word.
That is very much so. There's no way that's a word.
I mean, maybe not. Who knows?
I don't know. I legitimately don't know.
It could just be wee crash. See, Elden Ring, that would have killed me. That would have been a... Why did I make it sound like he was...
You're not... That's not Dark Souls 2.
I don't even know what that was.
Do you need to see a doctor? I think you need to see a doctor.
Probably. But which one?
Yeah, good question. Good question.
Grippy sock doctor or normal doctor or dentist? Eye doctor?
Probably all three. Probably all four, honestly. I know I need to go see a dentist and an eye doctor.
I mean, see, I don't like the eye doctor mostly because, well, no, my eye doctor is kind of awesome whenever I go see her. She's been seeing me since I was 19 when I had a sty in my eye.
Mhm.
That sucked.
Oh,
But
I'm sure.
no, I have an oral hygienist who is the meanest person. Like she's like, oh, you need to do better. You're gonna have like a million cavities. You're gonna lose your teeth. Then the dentist comes in and goes, you have no cavities. Good job. All right, cool. I'm like, uh, uh, but I.
Also, I found your best friend.
Nomio. See, I got the restraining order. How do you know I was working here? Come on, Nomio. Where you at? Where you at, Nomio? Where's he at? Where's he at? All right. Get. Nomio. Nomio. Haha. Got him. Okay. So anyway, gotta deal with Nomio. Gotta deal with something real fast. Just, me and Nomio.
You go way back.
He knows what. Yeah. He also knows what he did.
What are you doing to the poor gnome? I need to know. Where?
He's in the corner. He knows what he did. So again, think about what he did.
Will he though, or is he just plotting, scheming for his next big way of bullying you?
Well, you know what? I'm going to bully him. I'm going to put him. I don't really have a place to put him besides the corner, so he can just stay in the corner. Look at the pretty pink patches. I mean, after all, he knows what he...
Does he?
Yes.
Or do you know what you've done to him?
I haven't paid him back a fraction of what he's done to me.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
See? Look! Even they know he's done something. See? Reward $5,000. See? I'm innocent. I'm not crazy! If I could open the sheriff's door, I'd drop him off in there, but... See the blob just at the top corner of the cactus? Well, see, the problem, Dan Van Beethoven, is I've already cleaned the cactus. But yes, I see the cactus, but I don't see the blob. It's probably my favorite spot here from back when they were Muckram manticores. That's... Okay. Miggy Miss Captain of the Dragon Slayers has sprung out of the fort with the only one thing on his mind, demise. Oh, my demise. I mean, okay. So I safely surged with my signature forward roll. Broke both your ankles. Got it.
What's going on?
Oh, somebody's messaging me. Dan Van Beethoven. Split second later, his shot was on the cactus, while mine was a clean hit on his shin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gnome is innocent.
Wanted. I don't think he's innocent if he's wanted. Well, I guess he could be innocent because he hasn't been judged yet, but he has a warrant out for his arrest. And yes, it's innocent until proven guilty, but he has to be in the court of law to be proven guilty. Wait, Sheriff Wall. Oh God, I missed a lot of spots. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh yeah, I forgot. The white one's useless. The white one's as useful as Nomio. Let me get up here in the crack. But yeah, Nomeo knows what he did. He's over there in the corner to think about it. If the sheriff was in, I'd put him in, give him to the sheriff. But apparently, the sheriff is out. Which, that's a bad sheriff to be out while having wanted people. Like, there's a reason. Oh, did you know this? Back in the day, shops actually had like the second floor was for the people to live in. So because of that, bank robberies and robberies were kind of rare because the people you would have higher chance to wake them up. So like the things like in movies where like the guy's like, oh, let me wait till nobody's here. The odds of nobody being in a shop were so like not high, except for maybe like religious services, church, or something like that. But even then, because of the two different masses or the two different things, the people there would always be somebody there, so that they could watch the shop for thieves. That's why you have a 5 and a 9 or 9 and 11, because so that people could do both. They could watch their shop and watch their wares without worrying about if a thief was going to try to use their religious services as a reason to come in buy that. Also, another fun fact I learned a couple days ago: the people who made the most money during the gold rush?
I have ideas, but go ahead.
It's the shopkeepers. They would outrageously raise their prices. So, like the gold that people found, they would have to trade their gold to them to get like a sliver of the money that it was actually worth, and then their prices were so high that they would have to spend the rest of the money to buy supplies to find more gold. So
I remember years ago hearing something on, again, only the most reliable and best source on the History Channel.
Hey, before it became all about aliens and the questions, it was very good.
Again, I'm just saying, take what I hear with a pinch of salt. Maybe a tub of salt. Anyway, about how, especially during the gold rush, shopkeepers, innkeepers, that entire, group of the population would hire like wait staff that had larger hands. Because if something cost a pinch of gold, well, you get more out of a pinch of gold with someone with bigger hands than smaller.
You would think, oh yeah, I guess that's fair.
Because bigger surface area to just, get a pinch.
Yeah. Also, something they would do
once measurement and all of that, finally settled in properly, then things, settled down on that. But it was like 5-10 years or something like that.
So there was also another group of people who got pretty rich on the gold rush. They are technically shopkeepers, just shopkeepers that you wouldn't tell your significant other you were going to visit.
Oh yeah, ladies of the night.
I don't think you. Yeah, well, they weren't at night. They were pretty much any time of day. But yes, to use a modern term, yes. I mean, and again, good on them. Business opportunity. Bunch of lonely men who, I do feel sorry for them though. Because, these guys were working, and while we think baths weren't as common as they were. But you've got to imagine, like, they didn't have access to like the soaps and shampoos that we have now. It was pretty much basically whatever.
It was animal fats and like borax, maybe.
Right. They didn't have perfumes or anything like that. So they just they were clean, but they probably just still kind of
musky, for the lack of a better word.
No, like, I wouldn't say musky, but just like didn't have like a nice scent. Because I don't even think they smelled musky. They probably smelled like just horses, probably, because of all the horses in town, which isn't a terrible scent, but it's also just like not one that I would want to roll around to smell.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, each region does their own. If you like that, you like that. I'm not here to shame. All right, no, Nomeo. So, look, your hand right handcuffed behind your back. I can just leave you here till the sheriff comes in. Wait. It says the walls are still dirty. Why are the walls still dirty? Is it this side? Did I miss something? Oh God. But yeah, no. And because of that, it's also weirdly like there. If I remember right, I can't remember the state though, but there was a state whose first like governor was the head mistress of an adult woman's work area. I'll put it like that. I don't really know about anything, but like she was like this leader who also did the job. She became the first governor because everybody loved her of that state. I don't remember what state that was in, but it was something interesting I heard. Also, but
I
also
don't know why, but this gives me Nevada vibes. I don't think it's Nevada, but it gives me real Nevada vibes.
if I remember right, it was like, it was a Western state. I think it was like Wyoming or something like that.
Gotcha.
Like, it does give Nevada vibes, but Nevada didn't really get that nomenclature, not nomenclature of what it is until Las Vegas. Before the mob, so before the 19 Prohibition times. It was just kind of a state. No real major discussion about it. There's also a desert state, so even less discussion about it because, until very recently, deserts weren't really populated. Well, some were, but I'm talking about in the Americas. But like, they weren't very populated because of lack of food, lack of water, lack of yada yada yada. Until we get things like really good plumbing, air conditioning. Like, air conditioning really stopped the Wild West because people could exist at places and not die of heat stroke. It's not even like Law and Order came in. It was literally like, oh hey, look, air conditioning and better technology, and everybody's like, oh hey, let's make these places not suck socially too. Because really, like, the only people who lived in deserts were people who were either paid to, like people who did the I don't remember the name of it, the land rush, pretty much. Like, hey, if you get out here and settle and farm, you get the land. Or people who saw money off them, like your general store and stuff like that. But there's no like real big, like, there were big cities as capital, but there were like no real like New York, New Orleans, Chicago really out there until the innovation of air conditioning. Because a lot of people are just like, why would I want to go somewhere like, yeah, the weather kind of sucks everywhere, but it seems like it sucks a lot more. Like, yeah, where I live, it's at like 130 humidity. You walk outside, you might as well just walk out of a shower. And if you did take a shower right before you walked outside, you're going to stay wet. Like, if you took a shower at 5 a.m. and walked outside and stayed outside till 6 p.m., you will stay that damp or end up more damp. I don't, like, it's just like, okay, cool. I'll just go sit outside and drip dry. 12 hours later. And I'm still trying. Although if you go outside to drip dry, I hope you live way out in the boonies. But yeah, uh, it always it's always so interesting to me how people, especially where I live, have this weird love-hate relationship with like swimming and all that because of how long you stay damp. Like I don't like swimming. I used to love swimming as a kid because I didn't care how long I stayed. But now I go swimming at like, and I get out of the pool, the river, the creek, whatever, at like, let's say I went swimming at for some unforeseen reason at 8 a.m. And then I got out like at 9 a.m. and I like dried myself off the best I could and did not go anywhere where there was like central heat and air to help the process. I would probably still feel damp until like, I don't know. Let's see, I got out at 9, probably like noon. Especially if I'm in the shade. If I'm in the shade, it's done. I'm wet. I am damp.
You are an angry wet cat.
Yeah, pretty much. And the worst part is if you're camping and you do that, you're just like,
listen, I don't go outside, or at least go out camping, legitimately because I will step outside and now I have 12 mosquito bites and I have no idea where they came from.
You would think with my O positive blood, mosquitoes be like, ooh, we got a free meal over here, boys. But they just kind of go, I'm going to go over here. My poor mother, though, just she goes, oh, I walked outside for 2 seconds and 30 mosquito bites. I walk outside and they just go, Like, if I start getting bit, I know other people are getting bit and I don't know why. Mm-hmm. Also, I don't like camping, mostly because when I was in the military or the guard, I got told to camp. And when you get told to camp so much, you're like, do I really want to do it for fun?
Yeah, no. When I was a kid and was, forced to go camping, be it, for a summer camp or for, my family wanted to go camping, I would be ready to go home about 45 minutes after we got there. Because that is not my idea of fun.
So, okay, if I'm at a campsite and there's like, other people around, it's fine. But if I'm like off in the woods and just sitting around by myself just to enjoy the sounds of nature, I go crazy. But I also live in the woods, so it's just like, oh, I want to go camping to be closer to nature. Okay, let me just go outside for like
a couple hours. Yeah.
30 seconds. I can literally walk from my front door, walk left for 30 seconds. And I am in so much nature that it's not even
out
funny.
My family's back door and I am in the middle of the woods.
Right. So like to us, that's always the thing that gives me is like I never understood like why people who live out in the woods like, oh, I want to go camping. So you want to go.
You want to do camping, but you want to do what you currently do, but instead have very thin permeable walls, maybe be consumed by insects, and possibly be rained on.
Yeah, like I understand why like people who are in the city or suburbs, they might like to go camping because it's something totally different. That's something they can't get. I can respect that. Mm-hmm. But when it's people who live in the same environment as us, like, oh, I want to go camping.
I suppose it's also a portion, like, they understand how pretty the area is. Like, I get that. I do get that. And they just want to appreciate the area that they live in a bit.
Yeah, I can appreciate the area by looking out my window.
I'm in the same boat. I'm just giving the benefit of the doubt on that one.
But also, I know a lot of my family members who used to like camping don't like it anymore because it's gotten so much hotter. And the times that they want to go is like fall or, Yeah. Okay. The months that fall should exist because...
You mean southern fall. Got it.
Yeah. But the problem is, as you know, southern fall is, oh, it's clear and it's raining.
Yeah.
Oh, it's clear again. But now it's the 110 humidity, and that's the reason why I don't want to go camping in summer. Like, I think the worst part to me about camping, at least to me, and it's not like, oh, ha ha ha. It's the food choices are kind of boring.
Hmm.
Like, unless I bring a grill or bring a grill cover, I can't really cook any meats.
Hmm.
So I have to do like canned food and stuff like that. But well, canned food is fine. Um, I don't I don't really like cooking canned food on the thing and stuff like that. And yeah, I could do s'mores,
But
but
s'mores do not a meal make.
I mean, when I was a kid, they were great. My mom
Yes, you
wanted to
would
kill me
eat
every time I was
12,
ready.
but
Hey, listen, name a kid who wouldn't. Well, okay, no, what? I can't say that because I have a kid who would just go, "Ew." Doesn't really care for like not marshmallows. Does not like chocolate. Only kid I've ever met who doesn't like chocolate.
I mean, that's fair though.
Right. Well, the candy holic me is just like,
Peculiar.
it's more of a, you know, if you don't want it, buddy, you don't have to eat it.
You must adore Halloween then.
Not really,
Really?
because okay, first off, live out in the woods, so not very many places to go.
I mean, you
trick-or-treating
can go
with kids.
trunk or treating at like y'all's
Okay.
local.
Yeah. Now we do that. But the problem is funny enough, even though we have trunk or treating, uh, there's always that one bag or one group of people who just choose the worst candy ever. Like, oh hey, do you want like 1960s candy that has not that I just found in my grandma's
It's like, I
like
think this
pantry?
is worth $1 million because like this hasn't been made since the 1960s because it has components that have been made illegal. I'm impressed.
Right, you're a little impressed, but you're also like, dude.
I'm not giving this to a child.
Right, it's like, dude, like if you found this candy, and I understand, hey, everybody can't afford it, but like, I'd rather you just come and be like, oh yeah, I have kids and they want to come and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the money to support. I'd rather that. Please do that, please, but don't go. Oh well, I had this candy since the 1930s.
This bag of candy has been passed down from my grandmother from the Great Depression. It's a bag of penny sweets.
Although I wonder what candies they had in the Great Depression. I guess that's where Laffy Taffy comes from.
There are a lot of candies that got their start in like the 20s and 30s.
Right, and I gotta assume like Laffy Taffy's was one of them because Laffy Taffy's are cheap now. I gotta assume they were like dead cheap back then. Like, what is it, 25 cents for the little itty bitty fun size?
Something like that.
Right, and like, so yeah, admit that like the Laffy Taffys probably were really good and really cheap back in the day. I mean, they're still good. I'm
not a huge fan of Laffy Taffy.
So they are my last choice. But if I'm eating a taffy candy, it is Laffy Taffy.
Okay, I will say this: they are above licorice.
Isn't dirt above licorice?
I'm surprised that you don't like licorice.
Okay, so
the reason I say that is because you really like root beer.
So I don't like black licorice, but like the fun Twizzlers, like
okay, that's strawberry
one.
though.
See, when you say licorice, I think the black.
Yes, I'm talking about the black one. I'm talking about black licorice or those kinds of candies that are more flavored with sour anise and those kind of candies.
So while I love me some root beer, can't say the name because it might get in trouble for free advertising.
I don't think we'll get in trouble for that. I mean, you did literally just mention Twizzlers.
True, but anyway, but for like bar, like my favorite root beer is bar. So I don't really care for mug or anything else like that. But the reason why, so like base flavored like mug, I don't know if this one, but mug and stuff like that, I don't care for those. I like Barks because it's actually a little sweeter. It has that fizzly taste, while mug doesn't really have that fizzly taste. I also do something very weird with my fountain soda root beers.
Okay.
So like, that's not it. So what I do is I put lemon in my fountain soda root beers.
Oh, interesting.
It makes it taste like a glass bottle root beer. You have to put a right amount of it, but it gives you that little tangy
I think
taste
I get what you're saying, though. Yeah.
that glass bottle root beers are very known for, which is the best way to drink a root beer.
To be
Any root
fair,
beer tastes.
any soda tastes better out of a glass bottle than not.
I don't think Cokes taste better. I think the best way to drink a Coke is through a can.
Then you might as well just get the plastic bottle because that's all it is.
That's what I'm saying. Is I think tier list for Cokes is can, plastic bottle, glass bottle, fountain drink. Fountain drink is always the worst.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
2 liter.
No. I hard disagree.
No.
I need you to explain to me why you think fountain drink is F tier in comparison. I am
Because of how-
genuinely curious.
Okay. So in this scenario, I'm saying especially Coke is can, fountain, bottle. Wait, can, plastic bottle, glass bottle, fountain, 2 liter. That's what you're curious about. Like I put it that low in that listing.
Yes, like Coke from a fountain is so much better.
But it's this crapshoot. If they have their calculations a bit off, if they have just not enough Coke, it's never like, oh,
I've never had a bad Coke from a fountain.
Lucky. That's where all your luck went, is to never get a bad Coke from a fountain.
Yeah, and the best ones tend to be from Burger King.
Burger King.
Burger King.
You know what? I don't believe you.
You don't believe me. Okay.
To be fair, nothing is best from Burger King. Besides maybe those chicken fingers. I will say that they killed the chicken finger game,
Yeah.
but that's because nobody else does the chicken fingers like they do.
You mean
like-
the chicken fries?
Yeah, chicken fries.
Honestly, I have to disagree. I think Arby's chicken strips is slightly better.
You know, I forget Arby's is a fast food restaurant.
You know what? That's fair. They usually take about 30 minutes.
Well, no, I've never been to an Arby's.
Do you like sandwiches?
I like Subway sandwiches, but I don't like roast beef. Well, I do like roast beef, but it has to be like an actual roast beef, not hey, we're gonna have like a bunch of roast beef on the side. Like, no, like there's a store near me that like does their own roast beef. Like they are a store restaurant, so they'll go, if you order roast beef, you'll see the cook walk to where the roast beef is kept for the store, cut you their slices, and then walk back to cook it and put their own personal gravy on it. Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah, no, my favorite, as far as like Arby's goes, my favorite is the French dip sandwich. So good.
Yeah. I am a personally big on
Okay, who has the best fries?
Best gimmick fries or like the best flavor fry?
Best fry in general. It can be any kind of gimmick fry as well.
Okay, so, and again,
but it has to stay on fast food, all on their menu at any time of year.
So I can't say Taco Bell, dang. Okay,
I was going to say the Taco Bell nacho fries.
I love.
They taste like nothing.
Let's see.
And the cheese sauce that comes with them tastes like nothing.
I don't know. Maybe because I'm lucky enough to live near Louisiana. Mine has like a little spicy flavor to it. Did I break you?
No, I can legitimately believe that.
Like,
I want to say this. I don't have a rundown Taco Bell near me.
oh, me either. Actually, now that I think about it. But no, best fries. Okay, and I can't. I assume I can't use Five Guys because that's cheating because they're not really a fast food restaurant.
They're not a fast food restaurant.
Popeyes
That's fair. That's fair.
because they're seasoned, they're good. Let's see. But if I can't use that because that's also not really a fast food restaurant. Like yeah, they have the
Popeyes is
chicken.
a fast food restaurant. The same way like KFC is.
But neither of them are like fast. Like
They're
you're not gonna
supposed
go.
to be fast food.
Somebody forgot to tell them that.
They're fast food, but they have a little mustache underneath their nose.
Yeah, and whenever you ordered the food, they were clean shaven. But no, if I had to choose like actual like burger joint fast food,
Mm-hmm.
and going with no gimmicks for this one,
Mm-hmm.
I have to say I think Wendy's wins. But to be fair, I don't eat
Really?
Arby's. Okay, again, I'm getting rid of gimmicks
Okay, I know.
because so like if I were allowing gimmicks, it would be a tie between Sonic and Chick-fil-A. I'm sorry, those waffle fries are amazing, and you get enough sauce on the fry so that you're like not like oh, it's just like oh, I just pop this whole thing in my mouth. Oh. What am I doing?
I don't know what you are doing.
Just like roaming around like I'm on the telephone back in the 90s talking to somebody.
Oh god, yeah, no, I understand.
Even though I never really called anybody in the 90s.
Yeah, no,
So
I
I'm
used to spend most of the summer days just talking with a friend on the phone. Like,
and you walk around your whole house.
I would walk around outside.
Me too. The benefit of living in the woods.
Yeah.
Because you'd be like, hey, yeah, walk around. My mom would sometimes just say, hey, go rake the leaves while you're outside. I'm on the phone. I don't care. Rake the leaves. You can rake the leaves and talk. Okay. But no, I think talk about raking leaves.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you this one. So I put music on while I'm raking leaves, and I'm probably singing a song.
Mm-hmm.
I'm singing. I'm listening to "Liar's Dance" by Raichi. Well, sung by Raichi, and they're probably like, "You liar." As I said that in the song, somebody touched me, and I'm home alone. I'm raking. It was the UPS guy. I am a grown man, and I think I screamed in such a way that even my daughter couldn't scream that loud. Like I was just the highest pitch ever. I think if there was a counter next to me, I would have broken the system by saying that was too high pitched. The guy was just like, "Hey, man, I just left that package. Can you help me get the package out?" I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, somebody ordered something that's a 2-man carry, and I didn't know this until I got here. My lovely niece, she's about to have a child, ordered a baby bed,
Okay.
which was a 2-man lift because it was like one of the big ones."
Mm-hmm.
I lied. It wasn't my niece. It was for my niece, for my mother. So my mother's like, "Oh yeah, we're just putting it at your house so we can come get it." I'm like, "How big is this bed?" "It's a baby bed." "Mm-hmm. How big is this bed?" My mother, not paying attention, bought one that was like meant for like she bought a toddler bed, not a baby bed. When I told her that, we had to send it back. That poor guy was still there, so he's just like, "I'll load it up." I felt so bad for the poor guy.
Mm-hmm.
Just yeah. But yeah, no, I'm always, I always listen to music, mostly because like whenever I'm like out in places, I don't really care for like hearing everything, so it's just nice to like
Mm-hmm.
just listen to music. And I try not to sing out in public, mostly because I would sound like a crying cat.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I'm like, just whatever. The amount of times that I probably walk through sketchy stuff dancing like I'm Vash from Trigon, just popping a bubble. I probably like like I would not be surprised, especially when I was in the military and going to other places and leaving the base when I wasn't supposed to, because I got bored. I wonder how much like sketchy stuff I just happened to dance on by listening to music, and the people are just like, "All right, throw him in the back of the trunk." I don't think that idiot saw anything. When we take that, boss, he's still dancing and singing a song very badly. What is he singing, boss? I think that's "Call Me Baby," but it's so bad I can't tell. Oh, I thought it was "Wake Me Up." It could be like, oh my god. Don't know why I made the why I made them be hiding a body. But yeah, that'd be my luck, because I would not even know. Like, oh hey, on my walk, I went by there. 5 bodies were found that day. Or be like oh, we caught the killer. Hey, killer, when did you ever think you were gonna be caught? Well, there was this idiot just singing very loudly, walked right by like where I was burying this body. So you thought you were gonna get caught? Well, I did, until I heard how badly he was singing. So I just kind of stopped to watch him. Did he even recognize you? Nope. So you could have had another victim. I was too stunned by the stupidity. You look disappointed at me.
I don't understand how you can be so. I don't understand how you could be so oblivious in the out and about world.
Listen, the idiotic comic relief character never dies unless the hero needs it for a power boost. Thankfully,
I hate how you worded that. You're not wrong. I just hate how you worded it.
But unfortunately, I am both the main character and the idiot side relief. So I'm invincible.
So you're just Toma. Because he's a primary character in his series with Index. And then he's a side character in Accelerator and
Does not appear in Accelerator. But in Railgun, yes, he's a side character in Railgun. Also, I love how you point out that Toma is a serious character in a comedy anime. But I'm like, so he's just like, oh, this is very serious. I'm gonna handle this seriously. Hey, we gotta have like this minute of joke real fast. Oh man. Jump, haha. Oh wait, that was it. How do you get paintballs on the inside of the tracks? Your aim is terrible while you're trying to shoot people in the foot.
Where are you?
Right here. Look down right here.
Okay. I can kind of understand how it happens.
No. I can't. Because
okay, do you want me to elaborate how it happens?
No. Like if it was over here, I'd understand. But if I'm chasing somebody, shooting them like this, I'm shooting them in the back. The fall drop, where it would fall, where like the ones that are confusing me are, doesn't make sense unless you're shooting at their back of their leg. Because I could shoot you from here. Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to reenact this real fast?
Sure. So, like I said.
Okay, so come around this corner from here.
Okay.
And I'm going to just move and start running in.
Yeah, I would still shoot on this wall.
Yes, but if you follow in, turn, and shoot.
Yeah, I'm hitting back here. I'm talking about way over here.
Okay, that's another easy one. Start here.
Yeah, but no, I'm still hitting you in the back, even with a dropout. The paintball is unless you have a really bad
But what I'm
the
saying is the splash, because not all of it goes forward.
I guess. I just don't get it. Brush, 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 brush. You know, I love how this game makes it like, oh, you could do it's easy to do power washing because it's just, power wash simulator.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta say,
Power
the outfits
washing
we're in,
IRL is a pain in the ass.
well, also the outfits we're in would suck.
Oh god, yes. It's literally basically a hazmat suit.
I mean, a certain group of people would enjoy it because it's all like latex, but I'm not
Oh, I would
part of that
bloody
group.
die in it. If it's not just like actual just rubber, I would die.
And what would you do if it was just rubber?
No, what I'm saying is I have an allergy to latex, so like if it
Oh,
wasn't like just if it wasn't just rubber, I would actually be in so much discomfort.
the only I it, I
You sound broken. Is everything okay?
just like I think being in pure rubber would be worse than latex. At least latex breathes a little bit.
Oh no, I'm just saying for me specifically, like, and other people who have a latex allergy.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like okay, if you have a latex allergy and you're in this suit,
Mm-hmm.
you would die because rubber doesn't breathe that well.
Oh, absolutely. I don't disagree.
Like this would be the worst job if you had to wear the latex suit. And let's be honest, nobody who power washes is wearing a latex suit.
Yeah, no.
You,
Anytime I've had to power watch something IRL, I have been in like shorts, flip flops, and a t-shirt.
same. Like the t-shirt is optional for me, not optional for you, but hey,
Eh.
like I am like, all right, guess I'm acting like I'm going to the pool because I know I would be wetter than if I went swimming. I don't know how I get that wet. I think I do everything right, and then like 30 seconds in, I'm just like, and I'm drenched. Oh, are you standing too close? I'm 8 miles away. I don't like getting wet, so why would I stand too close?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. But yeah. I just don't get it's also something I don't get.
Hmm.
Okay, so the first time I tried to power wash, my dad had a power washer. And the reason why I wanted to try power washing was because of like was it Looney Tunes? I don't remember. It was a cartoon. And I put the power washer down trying to lift myself off the ground. And while my dad laughed at it, he also took it away because he said I could hurt myself.
Yes.
And I may or may not have said, Dad, I can't hurt myself. See? It hit myself on top of the head with the power wash stick.
You're an idiot.
I was 5, 6, 7. I was a kid.
Child.
Name a child who understands.
You know what? There is something I dislike about this game. Real fast.
Oh?
I hate the invisible walls. I hate the invisible walls.
Oh, why? Did you almost pick it up here?
Yeah, no, it's super easy to.
Thankfully, there ain't nothing to clean up there.
I know, but it would give me such a good angle on some of the dirt.
Yeah. Invisible walls always suck because it feels like they take away.
Like, especially with a game like this, it feels weird to have them.
Well, not really, because there's probably no physics up there, so they just put the invisible wall, so you just don't go,
I mean,
oh, I'm stuck in
how
physics.
hard would it have been to add physics? Because I don't think it would have been particularly difficult.
A lot harder than just putting an invisible wall.
Zero. They would just have needed to make it solid.
Not really. So, okay. So, if we think about like physics layer versus background layer, this over here is probably just drawn. So over here is just drawn. There's no like physics behind it. You have to actually go, okay, physics engine, map this out. Okay, cool. You're not standing exactly where we want it to, so we have to like put an XYZ coordinate, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. If you don't have to, a visible wall is fine. But like, yeah, like physics, it's not hard. But if you're on a time crunch, if I remember right, this team is not very big who did this game. So like they might have been on a time crunch or not have a lot of people. So yeah. You know something else that I think would be fun to talk about? If you could make a game, cost is no limiting factor, and you have the team that can make your dream come to life, what type of game would it be, and like what type of genre would it be? Like, you know, like sci-fi.
I already know exactly what it is.
Ooh, what's that?
It's a RPG in the phylum of Monster Collection.
I know too much about you to let that drop. What type of Monster Collection?
In the vein of Pokemon.
Okay. What would you do that wouldn't be just another Pokemon club?
Well, that's the thing. I just want a good Pokemon game.
Oh, if you can find it, a copy of it, I think there a game that you would like. It came out in the PS1 era. It's called Jade Cocoon.
I've seen it. It is not the same vibes I'm looking for.
Right. Well, also you have to like bugs because it's a lot of bugs. But no, it's actually a fun game. I would recommend it for anybody who's like who kind of wants to have the Pokemon vibes but not. And before Pokemon clones were popular and kind of lazy.
Mm.
Let's see. So while I love Persona and I'm a big RPG fan, I would want to make an RPG. I would want to make an RPG with a couple of other games styles. Again, it had to be very hard to. It'd be very hard to do. I would love to do like the social link exploration of Persona, but I want the storytelling of Final Fantasy. Like still to this day, Final Fantasy to me is the Baton Rouge of games. For those of you who don't know, Baton Rouge means red stick. How they would test if a pepper was ready enough to do. But anyway, so like I would use Final Fantasy's storytelling. I love Final Fantasy storytelling and Final Fantasy characters. I would love the deep dive of characters and like how like trauma represents itself and like facing yourself and like understanding like it's not your fault, but you still have to. Even if it is, you have to accept it to be the best person you can be. And the Jungian psychology of the Persona series. I would also like it to be sci-fi, like, but like Star Ocean. I'm tired of medieval games. Like, I get the appeal, but like, and I love Final Fantasy. I love Black Mage. I love Red Mage. I love White Mage. I love Fighter, Monk, Thief. But I'm tired of medieval games. I love. I want to do more space games. I don't think there's a lot of good space RPGs. They're either, oh look, we're Star Wars, or oh look, we are in the future, but we stay on this one planet. Which, you know, seems like a miss to me. Or they do, oh, you're on this planet. This planet is a completely ice planet instead of a diverse culture. But I also understand why they can't do it because of technology and like how we view sci-fi planets. Because of Star Wars, Star Trek, planets are just one note instead of multiple notes. And I get that it's hard to do that in storytelling.
Yeah, and especially with the current crop of games that we've had, as someone who's not interested in sci-fi slash science fantasy, I think a new sci-fi science fantasy game could be very interesting. I wish there were more
Fantasy
RPGs
Star.
set in like a more modern setting.
So okay, there's a reason why, and the reason why, and it's a thing that Persona has figured out. So okay, to make a modern, so okay, a lot of RPGs like to use the fact that you are not staying in your hometown. So
Mm-hmm.
like you're from a hometown, home planet, space station. We're using all the space and medieval ones. Both of these can answer it by you're traveling other places, so you don't know where everything is. Shin Megami Tensei games, I'm going to use Persona here because I mostly play Persona, but the Shin Megami Tensei games are modern. Um, Digital Devil Summoner and stuff like that. They'll either A, make it where if you're in the city, it's cut off from, and your character's like, oh, I know that there's a shopkeep that will sell me items on Third Street, but you can't get to Third Street right now, so you can't get the best items. So you're going to First Street, where this guy who doesn't really sell good items will do. Uh, the other way is all these and you know all these things. How and because you know all these things and you have like these people, you have the least control over how your character's relationships work out. It's very like, okay, cool, this is your best friend. Well, he's always your best friend no matter what, or unless the story makes him become an enemy. This is your love interest. She is always your love interest. Very little control there. And it's so little control as a player that like you won't be able to get to like First Street, or if you do can get to First Street and you don't know, it's like, why don't I know this? Like I would be living here and know this stuff. I believe the Shin Megami Tensei game on the DS did this one the best, where they locked down the streets because the world, like a lot of stuff was going on, so you couldn't get to like places you knew, and like where the item shops that you got were from like a iPad thing that you put on your store on your thing. So it's just like this is like something otherworldly. Give me the power to shop. Persona does the other way, the opposite side of this, where you're new in town. You never came here. You don't know anything here. So you going to school is, how do I get to school? Okay, this person who's going to be my companion later, either the first companion in my party or the second companion in my party, is going to show me, or be a social link, is going to show me how to get to school. Why don't I know where any of the shops are? Well, I'm new in town. Of course I don't know where the shops are. Who is my best friend? Well, this character is going to be presented as your best friend. You don't have to hang out with him. You can make, like, yeah, he's not going to be in your party, but you can make this other character be your character's best friend because of this. So you have, because you have a less of a connection there, you have feel like you have more of a choice with the character's connections. And that's the main problem that like modern games have, is how can we make it where you and your character do not know the same things at the same time on this new game. It's a very hard thing for modern games to do, because unless you make the character like in the military or somebody who's moving around a lot, it's hard to make it where world exploration is a big thing. Uh because, oh, I want to get to this town. I better go walk on the overworld. Battle. While in the modern world, it's like, oh, I want to go to this town. Well, let me hop on a train if I live in, Japan or Europe. Oh, it's very far, or jump in a car if I live in the US and other countries that rely on cars. Or, oh, it's in another country. Well, I'm not going to get a boat because that's so far away. I'm just going to hop on a plane. So it's very hard to like balance monsters there. That's why you have a lot of games do like, yeah, it's the modern world, but your fights are in not the modern, like Persona, um, um, Digital Devil Summoner also does it this way. Or if they do it, it's like the world is being invaded by these. monsters and there's no travel, you're trying to survive in your city. And the whole world map is your city.
There is one game that I think stands out for what I'm referring to.
Hmm?
Earthbound.
Yes,
Slash
Earthbound
the Mother
is,
series in general, to be honest.
yeah, Earthbound did it very well. Earthbound is one of the few that like can make it world. However, Earthbound does this in kind of a sneaky way. Because if I remember right, because of like the basis of Earthbound, like your characters are psychic, and like going on the journey on foot boosts your psychic abilities. If I remember right, because like it's like very few people are psychic, and you have to like the more you like travel, the like the connection to the psychic energies or something like that. If I remember right, I've played them once. You've probably played them way more recently than I have.
I've played them not too long ago, yeah.
Like, isn't it that like you go on a pilgrimage because it does help your psychic powers come in better? Like that's the reasoning why.
You are given a medieval style, like, fantasy motivation of, hey, the world's going to come to a close because of this guy who's invading the planet. Here is speaking with Earthbound specifically, not the before era or after era.
So that's Mother 2, right?
Mother 2, yes.
Okay.
Here's a rock, it records sounds. You can use it to increase your power once you make it to these sanctuaries.
And you have to do it by foot.
You have to walk by foot. You eventually unlock teleportation in town 2 or 3, something like that. I think it's Tucson.
Arizona?
Effectively. You unlock a bike, which isn't very useful in the grand scheme of the game. But you also gain access to stuff like buses for transportation.
Right. But the game gave you a reason to walk everywhere.
Yeah,
because
it
of
gives you a reason to set forth on your quest.
Right. But
can we also talk about how the plot device to get this whole thing moving was a meteorite hitting in your neighborhood?
Also, like, wasn't like a really big meteorite?
Yes, it was not small. It was bigger than, like 2 children.
I mean, that's not a very good frame of reference because, like, that's 6 feet. That wouldn't be as much damaging as I would think it would be.
But it would still take out the neighborhood.
Yeah, the neighborhood would be screwed.
Again, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, the fact that it was just at the top of the hill.
Oh, it's even worse at the top of the hill because why didn't it just go boom?
Yeah.
So, I got another one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Another one that like plot devices and stuff like that. I personally think, while Earthbound is a good one, don't get me wrong, Earthbound's really fun. But Earthbound kind of gave you a reason to walk.
Mm-hmm.
I think the issue though is like trying to give you a reason, like give you a in-character reason that makes sense for the story you're trying to tell to walk everywhere. Like again, I'm gonna go back to Persona because I love the Persona series. There's not really like, because everything happens in the dark hour, the backside of the TV, or the metaverse, and of course Persona 2 and 1, which I believe you got yanked into those worlds. I don't remember because it was before my time as PS1, and I was not a big RPG player in the PS1 era because I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, if I remember right, um they don't really have like a reason to like, oh, you have to walk to Egypt. So they make it where like the real world, the modern world, and the dungeons are two separate planes of existence. And that's also another problem that modern modern games have. Why are you main character San not why are you main character San being involved versus the military and stuff like that? Like in in whatchamacallit games, like medieval games, it's easy enough to explain. None of the kingdoms can agree that this is a big important thing, while your kingdom can, but unfortunately your kingdom is kind of small and weak, and the bigger evil kingdom is kind of like looking at them, so you're trying to get allies to help you and all this. Or
Mm-hmm.
the end of the world, all the people at the like you're going to get help to stop the end of the world, and but your kingdom can't give you any more resources besides a a bronze sword, not because your kingdom is poor, but because everything else is going to keeping the big bad evil thing at bay until you can get back with the with backup.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like games like medieval games kind of get away with it. Future games can easily get away with it by going, oh well, you're on an undisclosed planet, so all your future technology you have is all you get, and this planet is going to be destroyed. Radio will call, you can radio for help, but by the time they get there, it's game over. The world will be destroyed by the evil big bad alien creature. So you, with your futuristic technology, normally a ray gun, and the weird people here with their medieval weapons are going to go fight this big bad evil thing. So like the sense of isolation can work. It's harder for the medieval era, not the medieval, but the modern era, because of the fact that like, oh hey, this thing's going to end the world, and I'm a 17-year-old boy with my 17-year-old girl and my mentor who's 42 to go deal with it ourselves. Like the military would be like, we have nukes. We're just gonna, you know, drop 3 of them on the end of the world thing. If that doesn't work, what are you going to do? Well, we were going to hit it with this stick very, very, very hard. But the new plan sounds a lot better now that you mention it. Oh, only the power of the sun will kill me. Sun? We have suns. I Can I just get hit with a stick? Would it make you feel bad that it's stick shaped? I would really like the stick right now, not 2 suns. I mean, I can cast a spell that does the sun ability. Wait, magic exists now? Yeah. We have 3 suns easily pointed at you right now. How many suns did you have before she said she could do a spell that casts a sun? Oh, like 700 of them, but the fallout from them would have been awful. I think 3 could finish you off. Yeah, 2 fallouts would be bad, but a lot less bad than 700 of them. But yeah, like it becomes hard to like make this end of the world threat where you non-main character person could just not be the thing that deals with it because of the military or technology being dumb. Because like even Persona, like they take away modern technology because it doesn't work in the metaverse or in Tartarus or on the backside of the TV. Everything modern doesn't really work, so they don't really have like smartphones and stuff like that. They use their personas to keep in contact and stuff like that. And because of how Persona Awakening games, not everybody can awaken to it. Like everybody could awaken to one, but it takes a lot of mental fortitude. So like I've talked to you about this before, but like Persona 3, you have to accept that you are mortal and you will die. That's a very hard thing to accept because like some people, well, some people might be like, yeah, I will pass away. Each time you summon your persona, you are accepting that. Like it's very symbolic with the evoker. Like you have to like literally accept like the avatar of your passing. Persona 4, you have to accept your most inner self, the part of you that you want to hide. you are literally reaching out to the truth of yourself as well. And when you summon, you reach out. Most characters have a card falling in front of them, and they reach out and break the card as a symbolization of accepting the darkest parts of themselves. In Persona 5, you are rebelling against corrupt or evil governments or evil adults, society's evils. And while I think Persona 5 might be the easiest for the common man to do, mostly because everybody can agree that like corruption sucks and having the will to fight back against them, I think whenever people can see that power, a lot more people would open up to it versus the real world equivalent of seeing it, uh, unlike the accepting your passing or fighting your true self and accepting that deepest part of yourself. Because accepting your passing is a little bit harder to like mentally do every time you want to summon your persona. Because like, let's say that you're like, oh, I'm about to fight this person, and you might have hope that you're going to win, but to summon your persona, you have to accept you're not going to come that you're not going to come out of it. And something I read, I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's true. It never came up in the game as far as I saw. But like, if you mess it up, your persona does not summon. It just doesn't end well for you.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure. So yeah, like, so I can understand like how Persona could work around it in 3 and 4, 5. All right, what are we missing? Oh, the bank. Just a lot of stuff on the bank. Oh, and this wall. But yeah, so yeah, like that's the main problem that a lot of games have, a lot of modern games have, is to try to yada yada away the military. I know Shin Megami Tensei is really good at it. They kind of perfected it because they do nothing but modern games.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want modern games, I would look up Shin Megami Tensei games. That's the Persona series, Digital Devil Summoner, Shin Megami Tensei itself. And most of the time they yada yada them away is select people can awaken to this power. And some of them, normal humans can't see the demon or the monsters. Persona again makes it where it's like a whole new area. It's somewhere that humans can't even interact.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe it's been a while since I played this, so don't quote me. But I believe in Digital Devil Summoner, like nobody could see the demon besides the devil summoners. So like they call them or the devils. So like the devils are just kind of like out, and the devil summoners are like, oh, that's a problem. That's a big old nope on a rope. I mean, I'm gonna have to deal with that, but like, that's a problem for me. Man, I hate to be me right about now.
I don't know why, but that just reminded me of another game I played when I was younger.
Oh,
It was another Monster Collection.
Dragon Quest
Fantasy.
Monsters.
No,
Dang,
Shaman King.
wasn't that a like cartoon
Anime
on WB?
as well, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, because like, but yeah, yeah. Where's the stool? Oh, there it is. But yeah, no, like, so yeah, that's the main problem with like games. Say the modern era is how do you make it where you, a normal kid, can be the thing that fixes the problem,
Mm-hmm.
while medieval and future
I think
can easily
future/sci-fi has a different issue. And it's
What's
a more
what,
mechanical issue these days.
oh, what's that?
Too many publishers want to have big open worlds.
Yeah, I think that's a
So
problem.
what's the
too.
quickest way of having multiple planets to explore?
Making them all big open worlds, but they're kind of boring.
And throw in them being randomly generated.
Or they're single
Like I said, what's the quickest way?
yeah, or you make like 5 planets that you can fully explore, but they're just different regions. Like, oh, this is a forest planet. Oh, this is a
Forest, ice world, desert world, fire world boss, effectively.
or city world,
Yes.
where the boss is going to come out of because it'll be the first one that's destroyed to make you go, no, all the people who sold me money sold me items.
So,
I mean, technically, they sold you money because you gave them items for money. So technically, I wasn't wrong. But yeah, no. But yeah, no. Like I think, I think great RPGs, great JRPGs. So I'm not gonna say all RPGs. I think great JRPGs are the ones that are just like, listen, we're gonna tell you a story. You're gonna play through the story. While the world might be open world, i.e., Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, technically 10, it's not completely explorable. And that's also, I think, I have another problem with a lot of games is, like, I get the idea of open world games, but I don't think every game needs to be open world and have a billion collectibles. I don't want to go, oh, hey, I just randomly ran up this one-handed mountain and look, there is this collectible. No, I missed it where like the God Sword was like in the last dungeon or kind of hard to get, but when you got it, you felt earned versus just randomly.
Absolutely.
Like, still, my favorite way to get like the quote-unquote God Sword, I believe it was in Final Fantasy X. I think Final Fantasy X did the best way to do the God Swords, which was you had to do like mini games and explore the world when you got the airship, because it was like your character doing stuff, but it wasn't, oh, let me run up this random mountain, oh, hey, I got this thing. It was, oh, this is like tied to who the character is or what they are. Like I believe Waka's item was in like the first town where he grew up. So yeah, water barrels. So one of these water barrels, did you find it?
Meaning the baseboards out here.
So yeah, like if people like open world games, I don't blame them. But to me, it's just like, since every game is going open world, it's like
they're not unique. They're not as fun.
Right. I still think the best world that did open world was Breath of the Wild, because it was thematically open. Okay. What I mean by that is,
listen, I understand a lot of people enjoyed Breath of the Wild. I couldn't get into it.
Right. I understand that. That's all respect there. Like, I'm not saying that. The reason why I think it did the best open world style, is because while it was empty, it didn't feel empty for no reason. Like, I think Grand Theft Auto, to me, and Saints Row, even though I love Saints Row, has the worst open world, because like you can't really explore anywhere. Like, you can explore the city, but like you can't go inside buildings or anything like that. So it's like, yeah, it's open world, but like how much of that world is actually open? Like, you can't just stumble into like a family eating dinner. And like the story's like, oh, the city never sleeps, but like unless you run over pedestrians, the world feels,
flat. And I don't disagree on that point. But
I don't know.
I'm going to say something, and you can feel free to disagree with me, and that's totally fair. Skyrim's a better open world than Breath of the Wild.
So the reason why I will disagree is, and the reason why is going to be very weird, I don't care for Skyrim's open world because of, I'm going to try and word this right. The enemies. I hated when the dragon showed up. Like, at first, like, ooh, a dragon. Oh no, I might be scared. Then it was just, I want to go sell some stuff, and son of a bitch. you're gonna make me not be able to sell things. I'm crawling. So yeah, um, I like thematically Zelda's open world because it gave a reason why the world was sparse.
I'm going to say another thing real fast.
Mhm.
Story sparse
Yay.
is still boring.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, boring for the intent of being boring is still boring.
But also, I also don't feel like it was sparse. Like it was sparsely populated, yes, but I felt like every time I went around a corner, there was like enemies to fight, a random chest to find, or one time I found like 300 rupees. I'm just like, I mean, I'll take it. So like, yeah, it's sparse for people, but it didn't feel empty. It felt like, oh, there's monsters and like a monster fight and stuff like that. Now, because of like the weapon qualities and stuff like that, it did start becoming a like okay. But like the first time, I was like, oh, cool! I found this sword. I found this thing. So it had the problem with of like your rewards were like weapons,
Mm-hmm.
and so like it was worth exploring. It didn't feel sparse during that time, or finding shrines and great fairy fountains and people wandering the roads. So it didn't really feel empty, but it didn't have like the big population centers besides
Mm-hmm.
Kuroko Village, the 5 villages, and the one you built, Terrytown. I feel like I'm missing a city. So you had the Gerudo, the Zora, the Flying Guys, the Rito, that's what they are,
Mm-hmm.
and the Zora, Gerudo, Goron, Rito. You had those 4 villages plus Kuroko, plus the town where you could buy a house in, um, Haneto Village, and um, and because of that, it never really felt empty. It felt sparsely populated, but I always found stuff to do. Like I would find somebody. Why are you up here, Nomio? You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be in front of the sheriff, awaiting, ready to be arrested for your crimes.
Again,
Anyway,
maybe it's just my luck on that one.
I mean, to be fair, I play
But
games with you.
that doesn't change the fact that that is an ability.
I mean, you can't blame games for
I
your luck.
can be.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Because if I'm
You're
okay, hear me out. If the game
Mhm.
can be that boring,
I
and
mean,
it does manage to be, then that's still the game's fault.
yes, but if we counted your luck, you could play Persona, and poor Joker would never be able to do his flashback. You'd just be sitting there in in the interrogation center, just and like, hey, yeah, like I'm just stuck in the real life simulator of Joker, like sitting waiting for his trial. What? That that can happen? What do you mean? I You're supposed to like be able to name yourself. Name Joker. Yeah, I did. Okay. And then you're supposed to get a lawyer to come in to talk to you. Oh yeah, that hasn't happened yet. They said they'll be there in 30 minutes. If I gotta wait 30 minutes, what? That would be your luck,
Oh, he just didn't show up.
right? It'd just be like, and I'd be so confused. So like, while I agree that like, if if the game could be boring based off luck, it should be. But I don't think the measuring stick should be your luck.
You know what? How about this? Once I upgrade my computer, I will get the Wii U emulator. I'll pull out Breath of the Wild.
Oh no! Do the Switch.
I already own the Wii U version. I literally bought a Wii U for this game. I will be playing the Wii U version.
Okay. Now I did hear complaints about the Wii U version. I did hear like some things weren't like programmed right or something. I don't know. I don't know how true it is. I've heard complaints. Does not mean that they're true. Like the Wii U version,
As
like
far
doesn't
as I'm
load everything.
aware, they are literally the same game.
Okay, then some people on the internet lied to me. I mean,
And-
oh, the internet lied to me.
Again, I could be 1000% wrong.
I mean, I don't know.
The only difference
the-
is the Sheikah Slate was down on the Wii U tablet.
Ew. I forgot about that about the Wii U, where you had to use like the Wii U as.
I honestly really liked it.
So I don't mind it. It's just okay.
And I
Whenever they
honestly,
have-
okay, before you start on yours, I want to say something real fast. I think we needed the Wii U to have the form factor we do now with both the Switch, the Steam Deck, and ROG Ally.
There's a okay. Anyway, what was I doing? But oh no, and I agree. I just okay. So this is my problem with the 3DS and some of the Wii U games. When the bottom screen wasn't really used for gameplay or anything like that, it was just used like, oh, here's your menu, so you ain't gotta pause. Ha ha ha. It's just like sometimes I want to pause to like choose things in my menu. So what was your first gaming console?
Game Boy Color.
What was your first like actual like you're sitting there playing the video game?
Okay, the first game I ever played on a home console was either an NES or SNES.
Oh, me too. Mine was NES because my brother had an NES.
Mhm.
So you know I
Mhm.
played NES one. He would play the SNES. And my first game I remember was Super Mario Brothers 3.
Mhm.
I did not do well. I
Same,
would die at the
same.
randomest things. But like my favorite system, and you're probably gonna be a little shocked at this because I can never go back and play it, is the 64.
That doesn't surprise me. The N64 had a lot of really good games.
It wasn't even because of the game list.
Did you like the controller? Please do not tell me that is.
No, I'm not a mutant with a third arm sticking out my chest. No, it was because it was the first game that I beat before my brother beat.
Oh.
It's also the reason why my favorite game is Majora's Mask. I beat Majora's Mask before my brother did.
Fair enough.
However, my brother was trying to get 100% to get the Fierce Deities Mask. I just went Tipple 1. Ha ha ha, beat Tipple 1. Tipple 2. Ha ha ha, beat Tipple 2. Tipple 3. Yay! This is hard. Tipple 4. Okay. Cool. All right, time to go fight Skull Kid. What do you mean I'm going in the moon?
Mhm.
Oh, these kids are running. Oh, I have to play with them, but I have to give them mask? I only have like 2 masks. They won't play with me. Oh, this guy will play with me though. Oh my god, what is that? Oh god, that thing is kicking my butt. Oh no 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 no. Because Majora was the hardest boss I ever fought.
Also, can I just say how creepy Majora was?
Oh, hang on, I'm gonna get there. It's like, okay, I'm fighting him in the first form, and then he gets to the running away form. And I'm like, what is this? The weird sound he made as he ran away. No. Okay, cool. And I beat him. I'm like, yay, I beat him. And then a week later, my brother finally collects all the masks. I'm looking at him, seeing all the masks. He's like, oh, all this. I'm like, I didn't do all that. Oh, yeah, this boss is very hard. He goes, okay. And then he puts on the Fierce Deity mask. And I'm sitting there, still proud that I beat the game before.
Something doesn't
My brother
feel right
had
here.
a totally different experience
Yeah,
than I did.
Did you at least upgrade the sword?
I was a kid. No, I
know-
did not.
Oh god. You were also
That-
a kid in like the late 90s, early 2000s. You most likely didn't have internet to know anything about the game.
I didn't upgrade the sword.
Mhm.
I didn't upgrade. I didn't upgrade the bow. Didn't have the upgraded magic meter because I never got all the fairies.
Mhm.
I was playing the game on hard mode, not knowing what I was doing.
Yeah,
And you would
no,
think,
I feel that.
you would think as many games as I played,
We all
I would-
start somewhere.
right? No, here's the thing though. I played Link to the Past. I knew there was upgrades. I played Ocarina of Time. I knew there was upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
I played all these games where you would think I would know, but apparently, little kid me was just like, "Oh, the fairies are in like where the things. They just heal me." Okay, I guess that's all they are at this game. As an adult, I go,
Gimme was an idiot.
okay. Also, kid me was a coward. But you know what my favorite show when I was a kid was? Courage the Cowardly Dog.
You know what? That's fair.
I watched that thing as an adult. Went like,
How did child me watch this?
Right, because like as a child, like, yay, courage. Oh no. Okay.
Do you remember the Mongol Horde episode?
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a good episode.
Okay, so hang on a second. So I want to talk about the episode of Courage that scared me as a kid.
Which one?
The one with the vacuum selling gerbil thing.
I know the one you're talking about.
Oh,
go ahead.
The reason why it scared me is because the like that music made me go, oh, everything's gonna be okay, even though it's scary right now. The gerbil one during the chase scene isn't doing that it's doing oh. It's just like, oh no, is Courage not gonna make it? Because of the simple shift in music, I thought Courage was not going to make it.
You thought Courage was about to die?
I thought Courage was going to fail this one because we've seen Courage kind of fail, like the one where Eustace and Muriel get turned into two puppets.
Mm-hmm.
But like this one very much felt like Courage was not going to win in any way, in every way it matters.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like that was the only episode I remember as a child being scared of. I now watch this show as an adult was just like,
have you shown it to your children?
No. Absolutely not. I'm never going to do that.
What, you don't want to horrify them as children?
You think they might just be like me, like, I'd be like, okay, cool, it runs in the family. Here's the thing, though. All three of them I know are mine, because all of them do, like, these, like, you know, luck-related, breaking the laws of physics related. Yeah. And my wife just goes, just kind of looks at me like, yeah, I've never been able to do that. I'm like, shut up, I know, it's me.
Yeah.
So yeah,
okay, the episode that always just gives me the creeps, and I know this is the one that I think basically everyone agrees is like the creepy episode, like the one that is the epitome of Courage.
The barber one? I was naughty.
Okay, no, I was going to say the teacher episode.
Oh, the one, you must draw a circle perfectly. You must do this
it's okay
perfectly.
To be...
Right, with the fish, it's okay to be wrong. Yes. See, that one did not mess with me.
Okay, I want to point out, I watched that late at night.
Oh, no,
And also, I am a coward. I will boldly say that I am a coward. I do not like horror.
But no, I don't know. I'm a coward too, stuff like that. So I don't like horror movies because they're boring. Because most horror movies are like, oh,
yeah, no, I can't stand jump scares either. Like, I am too anxious for those kind of movies. I'm gonna be 1000% real with you.
Okay, so jump scares don't bug me. They don't make me, oh god, no. I just go, and now. Boo!
Like I can anticipate them and they'll still catch me off guard. Because I am too anxious. I am a ball of stress.
Okay, never throwing you a surprise party. Got it.
Yeah, no, that would be a terrible idea. I'm just going to say that right now.
Yeah, but no, okay, so there are three that I would say were creepy to me as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm surprised that you watched Courage the Cowardly Dog because there was a spider episode.
I don't remember the spider episode.
It's where they go into a hotel and it's just yeah.
Oh, that one. Yeah, no. I have basically blocked that one from my memory.
No, the ones that scared me when I was a kid was again the one with the one I was talking about earlier with the gerbil, Mr. Gerbil's world, and like they ended the thing instead of doing the bet bet bene
Hmm.
because the bet bet bene was like, oh, courage is gonna be fine here. It became a oh no, courage, please live. Um, the other one that got me was, and I was feeling naughty. It was like okay,
That
all he
one was
was
just perturbing to me as a child. Like, I felt uncomfortable more so than scared.
right, but the reason why it got me was like, okay, the day before my brother was watching it, and I was watching it with him. The Tim Curry, I believe it is, who's it?
Mhm.
Yeah, the Tim Curry one. And boy, hearing I felt naughty.
Okay,
And remembering,
go ahead.
and with the Fort Blue Post, okay, hearing that as a kid, and going to from Tim Curry, hey, I'm it, to that, you're just like, I'm not having fun right now. Let's see. And then the weird one is the Lady of the Lake one, where it's like,
Is that the one with the cat and dog?
no, the cat and dog one I thought was sweet as a kid because like I understood what it was saying, and I understood like the lesbian
Yeah.
vibes of it. No, I'm talking about okay. So there was like this like a puddle appeared outside of Muriel and Eustace's house,
Mhm.
and there was like this fish demon that lived in the water. And anytime Eustace was alone, it tried to convince him to come into the water with him. But the problem was like it had like mind control powers. So like Eustace would be like sitting in a tub, and then it would appear and like wave at him, and he starts sinking down. And like, and once like Courage would always save him until it got to he walked to the puddle and it grabbed him and yanked him in.
Mm-hmm.
And then it did the biggest jump scare of just like it became like a normal, like it was like a girl, like picture like kind of The Ring. So she wasn't that scary.
Yeah.
But the moment they jumped into the water, it became like a piranha face mouth and just like, oh god.
You know, honestly, that reminds me of oh, what was that show? It wasn't a haunting, I don't. Maybe it was a haunting. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
It was I can't even explain it. All I remember is like the ending scene of the episode of this woman who had been haunted by a ghost, that has cursed her to basically only see herself as absolutely horrendous, even though everyone else sees her as this, lovely woman. To her, anytime she looks in a mirror, all she sees is this hideous beast, effectively.
Yeah, pretty. Okay, so Courage the Cowardly Dog, of course, took inspiration from
A lot
horror
of
movies.
stuff, yeah.
But mostly horror movies. Let's
Yeah.
not even play there.
It was basically, hey, we want to make a horror movie, but we want to make it as camp as we possibly can.
Yeah.
And we also want to provide nightmares to children.
Yeah.
Also, oh, fence posts are fully clean. I think the other side of that is honestly oh, what's it called?
You're going to
I'm thinking. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, what is it called? I mean,
I have to describe some of it. The Goosebumps series.
Oh
Like
yeah, like the
or
kid.
not the animated, but the like live action that they would play on Cartoon Network during Halloween.
I want to say this. I loved the Goosebumps as a kid. I get that it was Pulp Fiction and not very well done, but it was so much fun to read.
I never read any of the books.
They were bad. Like I would not read them as an adult, but as a kid they were fun. And, and I'm kind of sad that they're.
They're over.
Yeah, well, okay. So the reason why they were over was because like they made so many of them and they weren't that good. They really weren't.
I also thought
The
the
guy who,
author died.
well, Jar Jar Stein maybe, but like he was actually an actual writer, but he wrote those just to do stuff. If I remember right. If I remember right, remember I'm going on something I've read years ago. So he he was actually a good writer, but like the publisher didn't really believe in it and all that stuff, and I understand why. Like the as a storytelling, it was kind of bad. You could tell like Jar Jar Stein, while he wrote it, he didn't put like that much love into it, and pretty much Harry Potter kind of killed it because it's like, oh hey, we can actually make profit off of these kid stories versus yeah, we can act like if work's put in. And I don't blame Harry Potter for that because, like, even though I loved it, I can also look back and go, yeah, that was kind of trash. And the Animorphs did it better. Animorphs are still ongoing, by the way. I'm actually surprised.
Really now?
From what I can tell, they are.
Hmm.
I mean, I never read them as a kid. It was not my jive. I never was like, oh, I want to transform into a. Also, all the kids who could transform into stuff never transformed into anything cool.
What do you mean?
Like, to me, it's like, oh, I can transform into a dog. I'm like, okay. I can transform into this bug. Okay. But it's like never like a cool animal, like a hippopotamus, an alligator, a cheetah. The ones I saw.
thought there was one for a cheetah. Or maybe it was a
Maybe.
tiger.
Maybe, but like, again, these are the ones I saw.
That's fair.
Like, I saw, the the tiger, the cheetah, not the tiger, but I saw like the dog, the bug, the starfish. The starfish
more
one
domesticated type animals.
The starfish one confused me. I'm like, so you can move very slowly in an aquarium? Like like if I got that power and I like, oh, what animal got hit into? A slug. I just be like, I'll never use this. What? Slugs can do all this stuff. You're right. And like, if I lived in the city, maybe I could inch my way into somewhere I couldn't. I live out in the woods. You know all I'm going to do if I become a slug?
Get eaten.
Be prey for a bird. Or I'd be like Maui whenever he turned into the bug and then like changed back and just holding hey on his finger. There's like. So yeah, like it wasn't my jive. Why did I say jive? It wasn't my cup of tea.
Where is the last little spot on this thing? I demand to know.
But yeah, so yeah, I just never understood like Pulp Fiction and stuff like that.
You know what? Fair enough.
So talking about Pulp Fiction, well, yeah, Pulp Fiction because this was Pulp Fiction. The originator of Pulp Fiction, oh god, everybody says, oh, his stuff was so good, and it wasn't. I'm sorry. Like if you read the Call of Cthulhu or, oh, what's the one with the mer people? Oh, I'm drawing a blank.
Insteep.
Yeah, it was Insteep. Or the one that he was scared about air conditioners.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I can't think of his name for the life of me. I remember the name of his cat. Don't look that up.
You're fine. And are you talking about Had you? Oh my god, it's not in my head anymore.
Oh God.
Uh,
Not R.R. Stein, not. Oh God, who? Man,
I
name
can
the viewer
literally
cat.
see his face. I can literally see his face.
I can see the cat he held, and I know that cat's name because I was just like, "There's no way that cat's name is that." And then I looked it up. I was just like, I was just like, that cat's name is that? Yes, but that guy with that cat's name.
Yeah.
Yes. All of his like he was very, he had a cat named that of all things. He was very classist, racist,
Hmm.
homophobic,
Yeah.
probably. I don't know.
He had the works. I know that much.
Regionalist. I don't think that's a word. But like, so yeah, like listen, look at the Cthulhu, read Cthulhu, and all that through that lens. Like the air conditioner one, he wrote that it's unnaturally cold. The unnatural cold kept people alive longer than they should, and when it broke down, he started dying instantly because he couldn't handle the heat. It's just like, what's wrong with you?
Syphilis.
No, he didn't have the fortitude for math. Whatever that means. I never understood. Oh, she doesn't have the fortitude for math or sciences. Like, what does that like? I want to go back to like past tense and figure out what does that mean.
Probably that they're dumb.
No, because they would call people dumb who were dumb, but they would say that some people don't have the fortitude to do math or stuff like that. And what does that mean for to not have the fortitude to do math? Is that
It sounds okay to me currently. That sounds very classist in the use of its language.
right? But it was the rich people who they didn't have the fortitude, so it might be that they were mentally unable to do maths. Who knows? Just or not even the rich people. The what do they call themselves? Oh, they could trace their lineage back to
Aristocracy.
yeah, but they weren't because they lived in America now. But I believe that they were mostly like New Englanders did this. They had a specific name for it. I don't remember the name.
Idea.
It's gonna annoy me till the day I die. One day we're gonna stream. I'm like, oh right, they called themselves something dumb. The Herpedicuitars. I mean, if they were from, I don't even know if that's a language. But yeah, no, like, but yeah, like that guy was just like he had all these problems. He was not a good person. And like if you read his stories and you think about what he's trying to say here, you're just like, my man's an idiot. I wouldn't call him my man's. This guy's an idiot. Like he was scared of the air conditioner and wrote that story.
You know his
Like, at least-
backstory, right? Like his history.
Yeah, he was from a New England family who still like thought like being from like a European country was a status symbol. It did not have money. No?
Well, maybe that part, maybe. I don't know that part. I just know that at a very young age, he lost his mother
Yes.
to insanity. And then his father fell not far behind her,
Yep. I know that part too.
leaving him in a state of feeling like his family had been cursed. Like a cursed bloodline of sorts.
Yeah. Okay, I will point this out. That man was so racist that even the KKK was just like, "Hey, buddy, can you cool it? Do you know how racist you have to be for the KKK to go? Can you chill? Like that's a level that I don't even know was possible until I read that. I'm like, how bad was he?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to. There was another situation where, like, the
That group.
yeah, where that group was involved in a positive manner, and everyone's just like, "Why are you here?"
Okay, it's like the Germans who helped the Allies take out the worst Germans during World War II. It's just like okay, we know why we hate these guys. Why are you here? Oh, we hate them too. Huh? Oh yeah, they we don't like these guys at all. They're saying the
Okay.
same stuff you do. Yeah, but worse. How you're? You know what? We'll figure this out later.
Zero, are you talking about the battle between the SS and the Wehrmacht in Castle Ether? I think
Yeah.
that's the name of it. Okay, no, there's a big difference between the Wehrmacht and.
Oh no, I know, but I'm saying like that's the best example I have for like when that group helps out other people because something or somebody else is more of a problem than that group.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's confused, but that group goes, "No, we got your back."
Mm-hmm.
But we like these people. Yeah, we know. Aren't these people like on your same wavelength? No, but they're saying some of the same stuff you say. Yeah, but they're saying it worse. What do you mean they're saying it worse? Listen, do you want our help or not? We really don't, but we're not in a position that we can say no. So, yes, but begrudgingly. Like think about being that person who has to explain, like imagine being like, oh, we have to save these hostages who are persons of color, and that group goes, we're gonna help you out to save the people of color. Yeah. Why? Oh, we really hate these racist people over here. But you're racist. Yeah, but we're not that type of racist.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like that one really weird, like, oh, what Civil War was it? It was somewhere in, like, I think it's Eastern Africa, where the belligerent countries just looks weird.
Was it like the one where like the USSR, the US, and
France
China
and China, I do believe,
we're all the same team, and it was like
versus, I think it was
Great Britain,
Germany, like
Germany.
East Germany,
or no, West Germany. It was West Germany because because it said USSR, West Germany, and like other countries. Just like you read that list, you go,
okay, everyone had their fingers in this little pot here. What's going on?
Right, and then you're just like, okay, these two makes it. Wait, what? Huh? Okay, so it's everybody against this group, huh?
It just draws more questions than it answered when
what
you
about
look at the wiki.
What about that one war where it's like one state versus everybody else? Like you go, oh,
okay, which one?
No, the one where like the USSR, China, Great Britain, France, the US, everybody was just like, and we don't like these people, this group.
Okay, where are the mine lanterns?
In the mines, probably.
Yeah, that would be a good answer for that.
It looks like everything besides the old West paintball badge. Where's the old West? But yeah, knowing that is always so funny to me. Is just like watching like sometimes in history where like bitter enemies go, any of my enemies, my friend, but we hate these guys too, so we're gonna help you out.
Yeah. Also, like, Zero, it seems that Senior Gnome over here has made a break again.
Nomeo, where'd you go, Nomeo? Nomeo. Where'd you find him?
You'll have to find him.
You know what you did. The sheriff will get with you soon. or he won't, and you'll starve out here. Either way, you're not my problem.
Okay, let's see what's left. Mine rail barrier.
Yeah, it's this thing right back here. It's the backside. But yeah, no. I love those moments in history where it's just like,
Why are you here? I hate
Right,
this
like-
person just as much as you do.
could you imagine
Okay.
being the troops on the ground, just like, oh yeah, like the U.S. troop, man, I don't like commies. The USSR troop, man, those capitalist pigs. What are you doing here? I'm gonna ask you the same thing. I'm here because I hate these guys. I'm here for the same reason. I mean, look, I bet you can get more kills than you can. You're on. Like, that's how I would see it going. I also know.
Also, can I just say, I do love some of the cooperative guns that were produced from that era between the US and the USSR.
I forgot that you're a gun bunny.
Anyway, one of my favorites is I think it's a Winchester lever action rifle that's chambered in 7.62 by 52R, I believe.
Uh-huh.
And it's just, I'm just going to say, it slaps the absolute heck out of the standard rifle that they had. Or maybe that was World War One. I'm thinking of. That might very well have been World War One.
That's probably.
I mean, they still used them in World War Two because they were just guns for the shoot. Like,
Yeah, it's not till recently that besides machine guns, every gun in World War II was like it shoot, it do good. But
Yeah.
until recently, we kind of done that.
yeah, America was kind of the weird one with like basically the majority of our forward military having semi-auto rifles.
Yeah, it was like, okay, cool. Listen,
Like, we were not the first one to adopt a semi-auto rifle. Far from it.
yeah,
Mexico beat us to it. Heck, France in 36 beat us to it.
and yet they did nothing.
Well, that's because of France's bureaucracy at the time.
Yeah, all joking aside, France's bureaucracy was the worst.
Just about it, yeah.
Because their bureaucracy was, hey, should we get this for everybody? Nope.
Okay, cool,
But-
whatever. And that's how the Moss 36 ended up becoming the primary rifle of the French army. Even though it
Yeah.
should have been
Yeah,
a semi-auto variant.
well, I'll make the white flag jokes as well. I also know that France before World War II was horrifying. And the only reason why France wasn't scary in World War One was because trench warfare, you can't be scary unless you have shotguns. Which, can I just talk about how dumb that is? Like, America's just like, hey, we're just going to have shotguns. Why? Well, because they're. Question: were shotguns ever called scatter shots, or was that just something that that video games like to call them?
I think it might be just nomenclature that has attached itself over years. I don't know
Yeah.
Again, as someone who doesn't like shotguns,
Oh,
they
right,
are-
because
they are not fun to shoot for me.
yeah, so which I can respect. I just
To be fair, part of that is the only range around me only allows slugs.
oh
So that really does color my impression of
yeah it-
shotguns.
yeah, I've only shot a shotgun once, and I was just like, yeah. Like, I get the idea, because it's just like, the further out you go, the spread the shot with like bird
Mhm.
bird or buckshot. Yay, game completed. But yeah, no. Well, I think this is where we end the stream. It's been 2 hours. Thank
It's
you.
been 3 hours.
Oh,
Yeah, but no, thank y'all for tuning in. It's very much appreciated. And we hope to see you again here about 10 o'clock on Wednesday. That is Eastern Time.
you mean Thursday?
Oh, you are right. I am.
Today
My
is
days
Wednesday.
are
This
the.
is
Yeah, on
today
Thursday
is
and Friday.
yes. Nor today. What today's was a rarity. I hope you
Yes.
enjoyed. Please like, well, on hers, like, share, and comment, and mine, I guess, share. Have a wonderful night.
Y'all have a
We'll
great
we'll,
day. Be safe.
we'll watch this little thing, then I will end the stream. All right. Everybody have a good day. See you tomorrow. Ugh.